So it's almost like cutting a tree down and counting the rings to see how old that tree is. The island of Kauai is telling you her story right here. Folks, we're just sneaking back into the Alakai Swamp here for a moment, and we're going to exit out of the Alakai Swamp and make a descent towards the ocean. Now, as we descend towards the ocean today, we now start to come upon one of the most beautiful locations in all of Hawaii. I'm sure everyone may have heard of it. It's called the Napali Coast, yeah. Now, in Hawaiian, Napali means cliff. Now, some of the cliffs we'll see here today are about 3,000 feet high. Again, friends, as we make this descent, you may have to equalize the pressure in your ears. As we cross over this ridgeline that we have just here in front of us, which is the back of a valley known as Kalalau, I now welcome all of you to the star of the show, the beautiful, majestic Napali Coast. So, friends, please enjoy and have your cameras ready for this. Jennifer, this beautiful beach that we have here to the left of the aircraft is known as Kalalau Beach. So this is the end of the line for the Kalalau Trail that takes roughly 8.5 to 9 hours to hike to. Now, the reward for making it out to this beautiful beach are these structures that are just above it here, known as cathedrals. And Luis and Philippe, don't you worry, I'll bring this off to your side here in just a moment. Folks, right around 200 to 500 AD, a group of Polynesians known as Marquesans left the Marquesas Islands that sit 2,400 400 nautical miles south of the Hawaiian Islands. They traveled the vast Pacific in double-hulled outrigger canoes with no navigational equipment whatsoever. They followed the stars, they followed the currents, and it brought them here to the Hawaiian Islands. When they landed here on the Na Pali coast, they made this beautiful valley in front of us known as Nu'ulo'olo their home. This is where it all began for us Hawaiian people. Luis, Philippe, and Tokir, look at this beautiful view now of the Na Pali coast for you. Tokir, these two beautiful beaches here are known as Honopu Beach. They're very sacred, and the only way that you can get to these beaches legally is to swim to them. Now here at Blue Hawaiian, we did obtain a special permit to land on this beach here to take Johnny Depp to location for the filming of Pirates of the Caribbean. 2.5 weeks at 8.5-hour days are spent there. They used 9.2 seconds in the film. And again, now for the right side of the aircraft, this is Kalalau, and the cathedral's just above it. I'm going to turn us into the sun here a little bit and might put some shadow here off to the right for you. There you go. I'll roll away and you'll get a good view of it there. Now the Kalalau Trail that runs along the Na Pali coast here, it's not a modern trail. In fact, this is a trail that was carved out by those ancient Hawaiians who first arrived here. Now they'd primarily utilize this trail during the winter months because the ocean here can be very unforgiving. Of course, today you wouldn't know that. But during the summer months, it's much calmer. It looks more like this, and they would take their outriggers to move along the Na Pali. It would be more efficient, and of course, they could carry more goods. Today, the Kalalau Trail is the most desired hike here in the state of Hawaii. Unfortunately, a majority of the people who do this hike have no idea how old this trail actually is, or what a vital role it played for the survival of those very first Polynesians who arrived here. Folks, I'm going to make a left turn here. We're going to give everyone one more final view of the beautiful Na Pali coast before we have to say aloha. All right, I'm going to level the aircraft off here right at due west, and when I do that, Jennifer and